Hello, it's me, that Southern Gamer, and you can see I'm playing Skyrim Special Edition. I'm recording it 4K, hopefully it should be. Playing it 4K, set it to play 4K. I lowered anti-aliasing to the lowest default setting you can choose. It's either off, lowest, or highest. I set it to lower, it used to be high, but everything else I have set to ultimate, and it runs between 40 and 60 frames per second. I've got a ton of mods, a couple of dozen at least, so I'm gonna see how well my main stat is destruction. These days I tend to max out or nearly max out a certain skill, either a magic tree, magic skill, or a weapon skill, or sneak, you know, because I want to get right to the fun of it. So I have destruction maxed out, and yeah, I have a different tree. I've got tons of mods, just too freaking many. Let's see, actually I could just check, see, Ordinator is what I'm using for perks, Imperious for ratios. I recently added Winter Sun Faiths, and my character is currently following Juliano's, I think, for magic. 10% or so reduction in magic cost when you max out or something like that. 10 or 20%, I'm not sure. I think at 100 it's 10%. I'm not sure if it carries over to getting to 200, because I think that's the maximum devotion you can get. I'm not sure if it'll carry over to that. See, I'm at 160. Pray. And I also recently added a collection of non-elemental offensive spells. And since I'm at Master, I could do stuff like this, although I actually like Collapsor. It costs less magic, generally. Although these two are Master, but I find them not as useful, because it's hard to hit the opponent when you use them. Let's see if I can demonstrate that. Just save in case I miss. Where's the mage? Oh, there they are. Missed. Well, that's annoying. Apparently I need to get much closer. Let's see if I can't use it. Detect life. That's it. There's an enemy there. Stop running away, wolf. For that, it's pretty destructive, and seats enemies, stuff like that. Useful. At don't really like the master level spells, which are, as I said, Eating the Grid and First Light. First Light's even worse because it's even harder to see. The character didn't disappear. Let me try demonstrating it on. Are really unreliable. You need the long charge time takes time to find the target, assuming you even can. And although the damage is pretty good, it's what was it? Like Eating Grid is you cast bullets that do 236 damage. It was what? 8 bolts or something like that, 8 or 10 bolts or something. If you hit them all, it'll do massive amount of damage. But you have to hit them all. And considering the somewhat randomness of where the enemy ends up, it's just not worth it. Like a lot of master spells, it's just not worth it. There are lower level spells here that I haven't really tried out because I kind of skipped that whole bit. So I mostly stick with Collapsar, and this is kind of useful. Event Rising. You cast basically a wall, and the enemies do take damage, which is useful. Let's see, there's this, which is useful for drawing further away enemies, but still not very useful, because I think you still have to be relatively close to them for it to work, so I don't use that much. I mostly stick with Collapsar, and even that isn't really practical because it's pretty expensive. I've used Bolide. It won't do as much damage, but it gets a multiplier based on distance, and it costs a heck of a lot less. Of course, once you get free magic or nearly free magic with destruction, cost reduction equipment, then by all means go with more expensive attacks. I don't know how well you can actually see this because, well, I'm playing on a LG C9 TV. It's pretty dark. I'm used to playing on a IPS panel. I'm used to playing on an IPS panel, and it's a lot brighter. So with this, I actually need spells I kind of like to see what I mean, you're really supposed to have a harder time seeing at night. So I guess realism, it's supposed to be harder to see at night. Otherwise, what's the point of spells like Night Eye? Yeah, racial benefits of Night Eye, for example. Spell power, rather. And it's the point of spells like Mage Light. And Candlelight. Let's see. Do you believe that there are some bandits there? little overkill for a skeever. Supposed to be enemies down there. I can just make them out. I want to see if I can cast at that distance.
I hope you have a backup plan if you got caught.
No, it didn't work. Too far away. Of course, I've got candlelight active, which means it's kind of easy to see me. Didn't actually kill him, did I? It's a bit weird. I could have sworn I saw something fly off. But they died, of course. Not surprising. Should have that detect dead spell. Detect dead at some point. Because I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be 3 bandits. Maybe I'm just missing them. Not sure how well YouTube will render in the darkness. Of course, it'll probably be a lot brighter on YouTube, although YouTube does have a problem with dark scenes, at least they used to. Hello. Let's try going to a brighter area, or maybe just changing the time of day. I'll fast travel back home. Something more visible on here, isn't it? By the way, this is another mod. It's Sofia. Yeah, she's a
What's
fully
on your
voiced
mind?
companion.
You
She's
can
like
ask me
one of
anything.
the top 2 companion mods. There's Sofia and Inigo. Inigo's Khajiit. Yeah, he's I think he's more of a sneaky archer type. She's kind of a spell sword, kind of. She's usually one-hand sword and shield, although she'll switch to a frost spell of some sort.
You know how I always make out that I'm never afraid? Well, I was lying. I'm feeling pretty afraid right now, but don't tell anyone I said that. Alright then.
Just sleep for an hour. Let's see, illusion and alteration. By the way, alteration I'd say is overall my favorite magic tree, especially with the mod, the skill tree mod that I was talking about earlier. See, it has this interesting option where you can go with Vancian magic. So you'll end up being able to cast magic for free at the base of 20 times, and they don't cost magic, like I said, and they're more effective. However, when you run out of spells, you'll have to sleep at an inn or at your home, like it says in the description. It's an interesting role-play mechanic, and it's very useful, especially for characters that want to use magic, but don't want to invest all their points into magicka, or use enchantments that reduce magic cost for spell trees, or spell types rather. So it's very fun, and it only requires 30 points into alteration, and that's really easy to get, especially if you do some training.
You want this brought up?
Yeah. Here, let me take that.
Of course, there is an advantage to investing in magicka and level up, because with every 10 points you get another spell. And there's another thing here. You can choose to decrease or increase spell effectiveness so you can get more or fewer spells. Oh, and also meta magic enhancement, so it's pretty cool. This is also somewhat useful, but really 20% more powerful, 30% longer. By the time you got 100 magicka, it's not usually much of an issue. You already can cast pretty powerful and long duration spells. So I'm gonna travel to some other place. Hopefully it'll be daytime there. It's getting light out somehow. I don't know, I guess it's because it's not raining anymore, it's much lighter out. Seriously, it's a lot easier to see without it being overcast.
Where do you want to go?
I haven't been to Solitude in a while.
Climb and back and we'll be off.
On this character I haven't been to Solitude yet.
First time in Solitude? Beautiful old city. Capital of Skyrim, and I'm sure you already knew that.
Let's see how well how much Solitude affects frame rate. It's a big city with a lot of NPCs in it. It's actually light out, but it's raining again. Incidentally, with one of the mods I'm using, at master level alteration you can get a spell that will allow you to manipulate the weather, like the shout that does clear skies, and sometimes you can choose the weather you can get. It clear skies, rainy, snowing, I think, stuff like that. Oh yeah, I haven't shown the character. She's high elf. With the Imperious Races of Skyrim, you get bonuses and detriments depending on your race. Elven Supremacy, get 100 in the skill, increases effectiveness of the skill by 10%. There's golden glass. I can't remember if that's ratio. I think that's. Yeah, I think that's also a benefit of high elf. That's also a high elf benefit. Increase enchantments at the cost of their actual power, their durability, or rather the armor rating of armor and the weapon rating of weapons. Yeah. So I guess I'll be able to get it to 20% if I max out Giuliano's devotion. Just shy of getting it to 12% reduction.
If you've come to Solitude to join, if not, just keep your nose clean while you're here. You'll end up like robots.
So yeah, I haven't been here yet. So far it's floating close to 63 per second.
Tell them he didn't do it.
Position. Sorry, you need to go home. Go home and stay there until your mother comes.
I'm still relatively new on the character. I usually end up investing heavily in I might do event horizon and
Is it true what they sing about
this is
you?
just for fun. I'm
Perhaps you could tell me what really
stop
happens
this
when a
video.
dragonborn comes?
Escaped the city after he murdered King Tori by opening that
Yeah,
gate.
okay. By the way, one of the benefits of Sofia as a follower is that you can get a spell to summon her. Summon Sofia and Sophia's horse. You can set her horse, which is useful if you want to do that for role-playing purposes.
There was no murder. Oh, he's the high king.
Oh! Yeah, sure. See?
Help me! I cannot!
Second damage.
That hurt.
None of your best. Cannot best you.
Most people like to hunt animals. I hunt people.
God damage them. Curious, oh yeah, this is actually pretty powerful, rather useful in areas. Let's see, potions. See, I got the Umbra Orb, something else that uses them. So the game performed reasonably well. It
There was no
reached good
murder.
resolution.
Both retaliatory.
Yeah, by the way, you hear that crackling? It seems to be
Justice our way. Such is the ancient
a
custom of
glitch
Skyrim.
related to this.
Oh, Lord!
So I guess that's it. Bye bye.
I go